Welcome back to the show. We got a great one lined up for you today. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show. You can follow us on Twitter, YouTube, and digperspectives.com for exclusive content. Right now, $2.52 trillion market cap for crypto. The market is up 4.4%. We see Bitcoin right now, 67,500 plus, 3,200 plus for Ethereum, $114 million plus market cap for Tether. And we see USDC here at 33 billion plus, and XRP now at the number 7 spot, down 1 from number 6. We're off by 2.4 on the 24 hour, up by 6.4 on the 7 day. At 59 cents. Looking at the range of price very quickly, off by 2.8 right now, so we're looking at ranging between 59 and 63 cents, and we're on the lower side of that range. We will keep an eye on it. I want to tell you about this incredible opportunity right here, ladies and gentlemen, and it is the wellness company. And if you got the JA-B, right, and had issues with that, like I did, because I suffered side effects from that, there is a product on here that you can get to detox from that JA-B. And I tell you, this is a remarkable opportunity, not to mention the fact that they have these medical emergency kits, which are amazing, that every family should have with them, whether you're traveling or at home. You should have one of these kits. There's no question, certainly in each car, especially if you're traveling, or even if you're home, just in your medical corner of the house there. So make sure you click the link below. You can get a special 10% off. And this is stuff that you absolutely need, especially if you're interested in any of this, where you have spike protein issues, you want to do any detox from that like I've done. I'm telling you, this is a remarkable opportunity to check this out. Click the link below right underneath the video and get started. 10% off, use the coupon code and the link. Here you go. XRP ETF expected as Ripple partner SBI enters US ETF market. Oh, it's coming, ladies and gentlemen. It's coming. And we already know that it is coming. Because why? Because we know we got the Bitcoin, we got the Ethereum ETF this past week, and that has done $1 billion a couple days in a row. Obviously, it's not doing what Bitcoin did, but it is doing extremely well out of the gate, as expected. And I'm sure we're going to see Solana and XRP in the near term. And this is super exciting because it is going to cause a demand for XRP that has never existed before in the history of XRP's existence. Write that down. Republican Senator Roger Marshall has withdrawn his support for the Digital Asset Anti-Money Laundering Act, the DAAMLA, an anti-crypto bill he co-authored with Democrat Senator Elizabeth Warren. Shout out to the Digital Chamber and the work that they are doing to educate the members in Capitol Hill to understand that Elizabeth Warren is an anti-crypto general, and she is controlling and running this anti-crypto army because she wants to see a Leninism. She doesn't want to see democracy or capitalism. She believes in Leninism. That's right, government total control. She wants a central bank digital currency issued by the government directly to the people and give all kinds of power to a private branch known as the Federal Reserve, which is not a branch of the government at all. Well, let me tell you, you can go to johndeatonforsenate.com and donate whatever you can. I'm asking you. I've never asked you to do anything, but I'm asking you to do this for John and the good people of Massachusetts who don't quite understand what a true leader John is, the way that we do. Because a true leader doesn't wait to lead. They just start doing it. And that's what he did for all of us. And we didn't ask him to. He just got out there and started leading. And that's what a real leader does. So let's all help John. John Deaton for Senate at johndeatonforsenate.com. Please donate what you can. $20, $50, whatever you can do. It is greatly appreciated. No question. We got to get this done. And shout out to the Digital Chamber on getting that done with Senator Roger Marshall. And listen, I believe that's going to continue to happen because the Digital Chamber is giving the facts And Senator Elizabeth Warren's just giving a bunch of FUD, right? And misleading facts. So, and here we're not done with it either. This is Jay Seifert, who until this moment, I actually had a little bit of respect for. Take a listen to this clip as he's speaking with Robbie Mitchnick from BlackRock's head of digital assets, as we know, formerly of Ripple.
Background on you, like how did you get involved in the digital assets, Bitcoin space? What was your journey like?
Yeah,
Personally?
well, I started in this space in 2017, frankly, by pretty fortuitous circumstances that ultimately led me to BlackRock in August of 2018, where there was an opportunity to come in and help them figure out this whole blockchain and digital assets world. And the rest is kind of history. It's been 6 years now. It's been a pretty fun journey. Obviously, you know, as a firm, we've come a long way and built a number of solutions, not just, you know, IBIT most famously, but across crypto, stablecoins, tokenization, you know, what we've done in this space, all kind of in the name of bringing greater access for our clients.
Yeah, I noticed you left off the part where you actually worked at Ripple for a little bit. For this audience. You're a reformed shitcoiner, I guess we could say.
Oh, look at that. Look at James around his little Bitcoin friends. Hey, James, I can tell you right now, I met you in person, and you didn't act like that when I talked to you. You knew I was into XRP. You didn't have no smart-ass shit to say to me. But here's what I do know. You know, you're somebody I actually thought had your finger on the pulse of the markets and innovation. And as it turns out, you're nothing more than a Bitcoin maxi. You are going to find yourself on the wrong side of history. Robert Mitchnick, the gentleman you're sitting next to, he didn't abandon and run away from Ripple at XRP. He helped design the calculator to show everybody how much XRP would be worth once we get legislative clarity and the entire financial system makes its way onto the XRP ledger, including Bitcoin. Oh, here's another fun fact for James. You know those big shipping containers that have all that mining equipment that does all that stuff for Bitcoin? There's about 10,000 plus coins in this space right now that don't need any of that shit to operate. Write that down. You know, that maxi talk, man, it's not good. I have Bitcoin. I have exposure to Bitcoin. Why? Because as long as Fidelity and BlackRock have exposure to it, I am going to have exposure to it. That's not financial advice. I'm sharing my core tenets to investing. That's what it means when you hear me say I'm stacking my pennies next to their dollars, right? That's a great example of that. So here's presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who has most of his wealth in Bitcoin. He's fully committed.
By Robert F. Kennedy Jr., presidential candidate for 2024. Thank you for joining us this evening, sir.
Oh, I'm so excited to see this. That was an amazing fight. I was astonished about how tough they are.
Oh, yeah. These fighters will lay everything on the line to get the win here tonight. You're here in Nashville. You're speaking at Bitcoin 2024. How has your experience been so far?
Look, I'm a huge supporter of Bitcoin. I was here a year ago at the other Bitcoin conference. I went home with most of my wealth into Bitcoin, so I'm fully committed.
There you have it. And check this out. Breaking, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. canceled multiple campaign events and is to drop out and potentially endorse Donald J. Trump. Now, if you guys have been following me for any length of time, I actually suggested that a great presidential ticket would be Trump and RFK Jr. as his VP. Now, that didn't happen, and shout out to J.D. Vance for securing that. And he is a crypto advocate and actually holds crypto himself, 150 to 250,000 worth of Bitcoin currently. And what I find interesting is that RFK Jr. and Donald Trump have a lot that they agree on. You know, and it would be interesting to see RFK Jr. get in charge of the CDC and the NIH and over those entities and clean them up, because he knows an enormous about vaccines and the things that have gone on in that area. So I hope that he ends up serving in Donald Trump's administration. We'll see what happens. One issue voter here. We need crypto clarity, ladies and gentlemen, and we don't need it just for our portfolios. We need it so America can become a leader in the fourth industrial revolution. It is going to be the sole factor, being a leader in the fourth industrial revolution of blockchain and DLT, that minimizes the major impact that we're all probably going to feel within the next 12 months or sooner about this economy and some kind of correction, because we have an election coming, and you know what that means. It will not be without some parting gifts. Ripple's CLO Chief Legal Officer Stuart Alderati is the next big name in Trump's 24 presidential campaign, as he just donated 624,000 XRP worth $300,000. Come on in. Yeah. No question now, Donald Trump knows exactly who Ripple and XRP are, and I remind all of you that I broke the news back in the day when the tip bot was released on Twitter, and Donald Trump actually had the tip bot on his Twitter profile and was accepting XRP on his Twitter profile back in the day. Go look it up. That's real stuff. Now take a listen to this further. Who else is behind the Trump administration right now?
Also remember, crypto has deep ties with the sharp swing in Silicon Valley, with all of those elites putting their money behind Trump. The founders of crypto-focused VC firm A16Z pledging a significant amount of money to him. The Winklevoss twins actually maxed out how much they can give to Trump under election laws. And that's not even mentioning the crypto super PACs. You've got Fair Shake, which is looking to elect crypto-friendly candidates up and down the ballot. It's raised more than $200 million, most of which can be traced back to a handful of companies, including Coinbase, Ripple, and Andreessen Horowitz. And the person planning this conference here in Nashville just last month in Mar-a-Lago promised to raise another $100 million for Trump. And I did reach out to him to ask how much they've raised of that $100 million, and I haven't heard back yet. Also remember,
there you have it. The winds are in his sails when it comes to Silicon Valley and the crypto industry broad. That's where we're at here. Looks like they're all one-issue voters too, right? Remember, he was not like this towards crypto in his first 4 years. So again, I feel like they're all understanding the severity of the situation that's coming for the economy and the traditional markets. And I think they're going to use everything, including Bitcoin and crypto, where it is applicable, the clarity for Ripple and XRP, and they're going to use all of this to their advantage to get us out of the hole that is coming. Remember, we've printed a lot of money in the last 4 years. Amid BRICS' ongoing de-dollarization initiative, the U.S. Central Bank has officially hit more than $1 trillion in losses, which could have massive impact on the dollar. Again, leaning into the idea that we could see Bitcoin be announced, a bill be proposed, as Senator Cynthia Lummis is planning on doing this weekend, today or tomorrow at Bitcoin Nashville, that we use Bitcoin as reserves. And you know what? It may be that we have to use Bitcoin as reserves, and gold again, and silver, and platinum, and palladium, and some oil, and some other hard cash reserves to back the dollar should we see the kind of correction coming that everyone has talked about for so long. One thing I am absolutely certain of, and I am certain of it, is that there's a change a-coming, and there's no stopping it. The question is how long will it take for us to get out of this correction or collapse and get back to better days where the United States of America is in fact the leader in the next industrial revolution, which is distributed ledger technology and blockchain and the complemented use of artificial intelligence. There's so many things that are coming here. Robotics, automation. There's so many emerging industries and sectors that are happening here. I think it's a great time for all of us to start looking even beyond just the crypto space, to understand where some of these emerging markets are and really start to look at where you could be putting your next investments in windfalls and what are the next round and projects inside the crypto space where you're going to want to be a part of it. Because as institutions make their way onto these networks and they begin to utilize these new value protocols for their business and their customers and better efficiency, there will be more friction discovered that needs to be remedied. And that's where you're going to see the builders and developers really, truly win. Not financial advice from me or anyone else. I will catch all of you on the next one.